Eventually I started to succeed, found other lunatics, and now life's great. But, I like to tell this story when I'm on podcasts because if you have a younger viewer who's in that same spot, you're not the problem. It's your environment. And you just got to put yourself in a better environment.
What about your parents, mum and dad? You talk about your mother a lot.
Yeah. Um, no, I don't, I didn't get it from them.
What influence did they both have on you?
Um, well, I don't really talk about my dad much. That's, a long story. Don't need to get into it. But my mom, honestly, it's great now. Me and my mom have a phenomenal relationship, but on the come up, it was pretty rough because in 2008 they were over leveraged. So we literally went bankrupt. And so they had properties that they used to get other properties. And then when everything collapsed, they lost basically everything. And so my mom was working two jobs and, barely getting by. And so I didn't see her that much because when I was coming home from school, she was doing her second job. So it was a lot because she was a single mom raising us. She's working all the time. My I don't talk about a lot of this. I have Crohn's disease, so I was very sick growing up. My brother also had issues as well. And so, we're not the healthiest kids in our teenage year. She's just trying to get by and take care of us. And then, she comes home and she just has this brat that's being annoying and like, I want to be a YouTuber. And she's just begging me. Sometimes she would literally cry and beg me to do homework. And I mean, I was I was like, I didn't mean it in a mean way, but I mean, I even one time I literally told her, if you want my homework done so bad, why don't you just do it? Like that's what I told my mom. Like, what am I doing? I don't know. Like, I was just like, I don't care. Like, I just want to be successful. I want to build businesses. And so it was like, bless her heart. Luckily it worked out. So now I spoil her. She's great. She has her second home. Anything she could ever want, she has. And so the first thing I did was start paying my mom, take care of her once I started making money because she gave everything to like get me where I am, and I wouldn't be where I am now. But it was like me and her spoke different languages when I was younger. She didn't want me to end up like them, and get screwed and not have much money. And like the path I was going down was just basically like, oh, I'm going to be a homeless drug addict, and like her brain couldn't compute the world I saw, and my brain couldn't compute the world she saw, and it was constant friction.
Who was looking after you then? If she was busy working and you were at home and your dad's not around, who
Yeah.
takes care of you?
Uh, I just me and my brother, we were just there. I was just making videos.
You're making videos.
Yeah.
What age did that start, the videos?
I started at 11.
11.
Yeah. So I'm 26 now. I can't really remember life before YouTube. Like my earliest memories are basically when I started making videos.
You said earlier you don't talk about your dad much.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me about it, but why don't you talk about your father much?
Don't worry about it.
I know your mum has spoken about him before,
Yeah.
and it was a bit of a tumultuous relationship.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't have the best relationship. I mean, that's a topic for another day. Honestly, kind of a sour way to start it off, but yeah, it's my mom is great. I love my mom.
She used to cry asking you to do your homework.
A lot of things. She would cry because I wouldn't put money away. When we started making money, she thought it was too risky. And I mean, the thing is, nothing she would say was unreasonable, right? Looking back at it, she was perfectly reasonable in what she was doing. I'm just a deranged lunatic and was way too obsessed with building the business and way too all in. Um, like it's very cute. One time she like when we had I don't remember like some month where made like 100 grand, and I'm like, okay, perfect. Now I can spend 100 grand this next month on videos. And she like took like 5,000 of it and put it away for me in my own bank account without telling me. But in case I ever went, was over leveraged or went bankrupt like they did, and I found out about it, and she's like, please don't take this money. Just let me set aside anything. Stop spending everything on videos. And I was like, no, this is perfect. Now I can spend more. Like, this is awesome. Thank you, mom. And like, but to me, I don't really feel risk. Like, if anything, it like risk excites me, and like I have very high threshold for it. So yeah, we literally weren't communicating the same language. But I don't remember what age it was. But eventually, after I took enough risks and figured it out, my mom just said to me, you know what? I'm gonna trust you. Like, I have faith, and everything got so much better after that point when like she stopped staying up all night worrying about me and worrying whether or not I was making the right decision. When she's just like, Jimmy, I trust you. I know this. You think about this all day. Like, I'm gonna just follow your lead, and our relationship has been, perfect ever since then.
If I'd asked 10-year-old Jimmy, how are you doing? What
Oh,
would he have said?
uh, 10, I don't know. But if you asked me at like 12 or 13, I probably would have been like, fuck, like no one watches my videos. I just really want to be a YouTuber. I um I gotta make this work.